Yeah, my greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Haile I Selassie I the First, Ja Rastafari. Yeah, man, I give thanks for everyone that's watching right now, and for those of you who's watching for the first time, allow I to introduce myself. My name is PJ, and you're watching episode number 5 of Reasoning with the Rastapreneur. It is a weekly web series where I'm sharing my knowledge, skills, and experience, my testimony, if you will, on my road to being a Rastapreneur. For those who don't know, a Rastapreneur is somebody with a peaceful, positive, loving mindset that believes in building their own business more than they believe in building someone else's. So, a lot of you out there are Rastapreneurs. With that being said, the same as every episode, this episode is named after a Bob Marley song. This week's Bob Marley song is RASTAman Vibration. And if you know anything about the RASTAman Vibration, it is positive. Yeah, man. I always positive. I no deal with no negative vibrations. So, how is that possible in a world where we live in Babylon with so much negative vibes around the eye? Focusing on spirituality. Spirituality, not religion. And I no deal with no religion. If you want to say the closest thing to the religion is love, as Ziggy Marley said, love is the religion because we want to spread it around, as I say, spread it like a virus, spread love like a virus. But some may say, well, what is spirituality? In my opinion, if you ask 10 people, you're going to get 10 different definitions of what spirituality is. So I'm just going to share what my definition, my point of view of what spirituality is, and maybe you feel the same, maybe you don't. Maybe it'll just spark something for you to think about, to raise your consciousness. So with that being said, I believe that spirituality is one's individual relationship with the Most High, with the creator of the universe, if you will. And through that relationship, it's a connection with everything that the creator has created upon the universe by way of nature, animals, human beings, all liberty that exists upon the earth. And so I believe by way of meditation, just being with oneself, letting one's thoughts go away from the world and just meditating, you can communicate with the Most High. And through that communication, the Most High can reveal to you your path, your truth that resonates with you and allow you to reach a level of personal development, personal growth, higher learning, higher consciousness, loss of ego, loss of attachment, if you will. And allows you to reach a level where you have physical, mental, and emotional balance. That is ultimately the goal of life. And to me, spirituality is the best way to reach that, because what spirituality to me teaches you, it teaches you to focus on, again, your inner dimensions, focus on self, and eliminate every outside source. So it allows you to, one, say that I'm responsible and I am the controller of my own destiny. You know, as Bob once said, every man got the right to decide his own destiny. You know, spirituality teaches you that by way of your meditation and communicating with the Most High, that gives you the spiritual nourishment that you need to grow spiritually through use of what we're going to say is the temple, which is the body. And so, again, if you focus on the body, that's where some focus on yoga. But it's like a lot of with the body, people forget that yoga is really body and brain. It goes hand in hand. And so one has to also exercise the mind in order to get the most out of the body, you know, in order to get the most out of the temple. One must also feed the temple as much as one's feed the mind as well. So it's yoga is not just the poses that you see people do, you know. It's more about the mental aspect of it, the brain aspect of it, and getting over non-belief in one's ability getting over being the victim of anything that has happened to you, and getting to a point where you yourself say, I am again the controller of my destiny. And so whatever I put out into the universe is what comes back to me. So I like to say vibrations is manifestation, right? Vibrations is manifestations. You can say it with me. What I mean by that is that, again, whatever you put out is what comes back to you. You might have heard before the cliches, you reap what you sow. You might have even heard this thing called karma. They both mean the same thing of what I'm saying. Vibrations is manifestation. What you put out is what comes back. And so understand when I say this, it's not that, oh, because I'm a positive person, nothing's ever misfortune is going to happen to me. Unfortunate things are going to happen to all of us for the rest of our lives. That's just a part of life. It's a part of living. So the sooner you accept that, the better you can get to a point of being in a positive place, right? And so in saying that, when the unfortunate things happen to us, we usually look at the negative thing rather than looking at what is the universe trying to give me, or what can I give the universe that will be beneficial to somebody else. And so what I say is that, just say you came out your house in the morning, going to work, you got a flat tire. Oh man, I'm late for work. It's the end of the world. My day's over. My life's over because I'm late for work. That's usually the way most people go. But if you thought positive and say, man, it's unfortunate that this happened, I'm going to get it done, and I'm going to be 15 minutes late for work, but because of that 15 minutes that I'm late, I might have missed the accident that saved my life, or I might have been able to save somebody else's life or be a blessing to them, or I might just learn some type of lesson out of it, all because I kept the positive vibrations. The universe sent me something positive back, you know? And, I mean, you might end up finding a blessing on the ground or something. You just never know from it. And so what most people do is mistake religion with spirituality, where, in my opinion, religion is that thing that make you follow somebody else's own experience, or somebody else's interpretation on life, or their interpretation on the ideology or theory, the rituals or traditions of old. And through that, it divides people, I believe. It puts people where they want to be in a group. It actually tells people what's truth. You know, it's like, this is the truth. You're going to believe this truth. If you don't believe this truth, there's consequences for you not believing this truth. And if you don't believe it, I judge you because you don't believe the truth. And I told you it's the truth. So you're going to persecute and you're going to suffer for it, right? Where spirituality, to me, teaches you to meditate. You find your own truth through the communication with the Most High, and you see what resonates with you. And then through that, you can discover, guess what? The true message of the Creator, the true message of all mankind, the true message of all of us being alive, which is unconditional love. Unconditional love is non-judgmental, non-obligational, non-egotistical. So it allows you to get to a point where you can, one, begin to love yourself, so that to the point where if any outside source says anything about you, whether it's negative, it don't get you down. If it's positive, it don't get you too up. Yeah, you want to pat yourself on the back. You want to feel self-confident, but you don't want to feel egotistical. And that's what spirituality and the meditation, to me, allows you to do, to reach a level of personal growth and higher consciousness, where it's about spreading unconditional love to every single piece of living being that exists in the universe. You know what I mean? And so, with that being said, I don't want to tell nobody how to live. Again, I'm only giving you my truth, and this is how I found Rastafari. Rastafari is the only thing that I found, the community that I found, the people that think the same way that I think, in terms of what I'm talking about in spirituality. Thinks that we're all meant to live in peace, love, and unity. No hatred, spread love like a virus. And so, with that being said, I encourage everyone, no matter what religion you are in, find spirituality, find yourself, find the true you within, and find unconditional love and continue to spread that around the world. Until then, until next episode, keep loving one another. Peace, love, and unity. Rastafari.